March 8, 2014, Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370 vanished from radar. 239 people, 227 passengers, and 12 crew members. To this day, no one knows what truly happened. MH370 has become one of the greatest mysteries of modern aviation, haunting the world for over a decade. The last flight. The Boeing 777 took off from Kuala Lumpur at 12:41 a.m., heading to Beijing. The weather was clear. At 1:19 a.m., the pilots gave their last radio call. "Good night, Malaysian 370. Just 2 minutes later, communication was lost. But military radar later revealed that the plane didn't crash immediately. Instead, it made a sharp turn westward, heading toward the Indian Ocean. The crew never sent a distress signal. It soon became clear that the plane hadn't simply disappeared, it had changed course. It turned west, flew over Malaysia, and headed toward the Indian Ocean. Military radars continued to track MH370 for several more hours. Inmarsat satellites recorded pings until 8:19 a.m., meaning the aircraft had been flying for more than 7 hours after its disappearance. Suspicious passengers. In the early days, suspicion grew because 2 passengers had boarded using stolen European passports. This raised fears of a possible terrorist attack. But Interpol later revealed that the 2 men were Iranian migrants simply trying to reach Europe. Authorities concluded they were not linked to terrorism. Still, the idea of foul play was not dismissed. Here were 239 people on board, 227 passengers and 12 crew members. Among the passengers were businessmen, tourists, students, and entire families. 153 were Chinese citizens, 38 were Malaysians, and the rest came from 12 different countries, including France, the United States, Australia, and Ukraine. The crew was led by Captain Zahari Ahmad Shah, an experienced pilot with more than 18,000 flight hours. His co-pilot was Farooq Abdul Hamid, a 27-year-old first officer who was only beginning his training to become a captain. The first search. At first, search teams scoured the South China Sea where the plane was expected to be, but nothing was found. Then the satellite company Inmarsat discovered unusual signals, known as pings, that MH370 had been sending to a satellite for hours after disappearing. This meant the plane continued flying for 6 to 7 more hours until it likely ran out of fuel over the southern Indian Ocean. The search zone expanded to over 120,000 square kilometers, the largest and most expensive search in aviation history. Mysterious debris. In 2015, the first confirmed piece of MH370, a flaperon from the wing, washed up on Réunion Island. Over the following years, more debris appeared on shores of Madagascar, Mozambique, and other parts of the Indian Ocean. All were confirmed to belong to MH370, but the main wreckage, the fuselage and the black boxes, remain missing to this day. Theories. Technical failure. Perhaps a sudden fire or cabin depressurization incapacitated the crew, leaving the plane flying on autopilot until fuel ran out. terrorist hijacking. Early suspicions pointed here, but no group ever claimed responsibility. The pilot theory. Captain Zahari Ahmad Shah, a highly experienced pilot, came under scrutiny. Investigators found that his home flight simulator once showed a route similar to MH370's final path. Some believe he may have deliberately diverted the plane. Military involvement. Conspiracy theories suggest MH370 may have approached restricted airspace and was shot down, with governments covering up the truth. Conspiracies and paranormal explanations, from alien abductions to claims the plane carried secret military cargo. None have ever been proven, but they continue to fuel speculation. New data and renewed searches. In 2018, the private company Ocean Infinity conducted deep-sea scans, but found nothing. In 2023 and 2024, experts began urging for new searches, suggesting advanced satellite analysis might narrow down the crash zone further. So far, more than $150 million has been spent on the investigation, yet the truth still eludes us. Final. MH370 disappeared in the age of satellites and advanced technology, and yet it's as if it vanished into thin air. The mystery of flight MH370 continues to haunt the world, and perhaps we may never know what truly happened on that night in March 2014. 239 people vanished in a single night. An airplane full of lives and stories dissolved into the sky and the ocean. We still don't know the truth, and perhaps we never will. But flight MH370 will forever remain a reminder. Even in an age of satellites, the internet, and global technology, a person can still disappear without a trace. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our next investigation.